Howdy, and welcome to this Life Lesson Friday episode of the Confidence Through Health podcast. I'm your host, Jerry Snyder. Today, I want to talk about a simple topic, but very complex topic. And basically, that's how do you believe in yourself? A lot of people actually struggle in this area, and it's hard to find that ability sometimes to believe in yourself. Nobody really admits this unless they're pressed by somebody else, like a mentor or a parent or a coach or a teacher. And then it might bubble up to the surface. But most of the time, it's not something that's talked about. Believing in your ability to get something done. And it's something that people that we admire that are successful in their career, their craft, they believe in themselves in that part of their life. But there's always doubt. There's always doubt. And I've heard this from people at the very top of their career, industry, craft, their parts of their life. They still have doubts in their life. Do they doubt their ability to perform when push comes to shove? Typically, no. But do they doubt their ability to get to where they need to be? A lot of times, that's just a normal part of life. And how do you believe in yourself is to think back to when are those times that I overcame failures? Because we've all done that. There's always a failure that you've overcome. Sure, there's some that we've let dictate how our lives played out. But typically, there are failures in your life that you've overcome. There's things that you didn't get done exactly the way you want them done, but you kept going to accomplish the goal. And so looking back at those things and remembering how that felt, remembering the effort that it took to get you where you got to be. Those are the things that you can draw back on to go, okay, I can believe in myself to accomplish this next thing, or I can believe in myself to have the ability to do and reach this goal. And so, because people ask me all the time how I believe in myself when it comes to my athletic ability, when it comes to my ability to do what I do as a coach, to do what I do with my clients. And do I doubt myself? Sure, I do. Like there's days where I doubt, am I doing this correctly? Am I putting the correct plan together? Is this going to show up the way I expect it to when the performance piece needs to happen at whatever point that is in the future? And I look at it more as opposed to I'm doubting my ability to get that done. I look at it and go, okay, is the plan strong? Is the plan correct? Is the plan getting the results I want along the way? And if you're not taking those checkpoints along the way to see, am I getting the results along the way? Then it's easy to let that doubt take over and not understand that you're building on this process. So every step of the way is something that you can say and look back to that building that belief, building that ability to be able to accomplish the things that you accomplish. And so that's a lot of the way that I talk to my athletes that, with the workouts that we do, the training sessions that we do, um, when it comes to people that I'm helping with nutrition, it's the weekly way that they eat, not focusing on the one thing that didn't go well, right? The one rep of a certain workout that didn't go well, the one time that you weren't able to complete the whole workout, the one time that you failed to follow the nutrition plan and you ate something that was unhealthy, that you were tempted to and you ate it. And it's like, it doesn't really matter because as I tell a lot of people, one meal is not going to kill you unless you choke on it and nobody's there to do the Heimlich. But otherwise, one meal by itself is not going to kill you. It's the compounding effect of doing things that are negative to our health or negative towards the goal that we want. It's the compounding effect of doing those things that prevents us from getting the results we want. And so if you're able to do the things on your plan that point you in the direction of your goals a majority of the time, if you're able to do those things, then you should be able to believe in yourself because you're accomplishing something. You're moving in the right direction. And so that's where confidence comes from, sort of belief comes from. Does it mean that you're never going to doubt yourself again? No, of course not. There are people that go into the top sporting events in the world, the top, uh, arts and crafts and performance parts of the world, and they doubt their ability to perform in the moment. But they lean back on all the work that they've done to get to that point. And they know that they're prepared if they can just control that piece of their mind and say, all of this buildup can't possibly be for nothing. So all this buildup means I'm prepared. I can be confident and lean on that instead of going into this with doubts and being afraid and expecting failure. Failure could happen, but expecting failure puts you behind the eight ball before you ever begin the performance or the end result, the goal piece of what your whole buildup has been for. So believing in yourself is all about doing the little things every day and looking back at those things when you have those doubts, because those doubts are going to come. It's just like I tell people that are exercising and trying to accomplish something from an athletic standpoint, there's going to be pain involved. You can't ignore it. You can't remove it. You can't avoid it if you want to get to where you want to go. There's going to be pain involved. Not injury pain, but just pain. There's going to be difficulty. And if you learn how to address that when it comes up, you can get past it. If you don't learn how to address it when it comes up, it's going to dictate what happens in your end result. And when you practice these things on a daily basis, you're building up the ability to handle that when it comes up. And that's where confidence and that's where believing in yourself comes from. So do the little things every day. Don't forget that you're doing those things. Lean back on those things when those difficult times come up, when that pain comes up, when that doubt of, I don't think I can do this comes up. Think back and lean back on all those things you did to get to that point. And doesn't mean all the time that you're going to be successful at it, right? If it's an athletic event, there's only one person or team that can win. So it doesn't mean you're automatically guaranteed that. But what it means is your performance is going to be the best that you can be. And if you can do that, then it doesn't really matter what the end result is. If you do your best, the rest of it will shake out. And you can look back and go, I believed in myself and I did my best. And that's all you can do. That's all we can all do. And we can look back and say, we're happy with what we did. So believing in yourself comes from taking those little steps every day, not forgetting them, that you're doing all those little bitty things and leaning back on that in those times when you have doubts. So that's the life lesson Friday for this episode.